On a routine mission, a team of human scientists aboard a deep space observation station discovered something truly alarming. For years, their job had been to monitor distant star systems and gather data about unknown regions of space. They had seen many strange and exciting things, but nothing prepared them for what they were about to find. It all started with a signal, a faint, irregular pattern that seemed out of place. Dr. Sarah Patel, the lead scientist, noticed it first. She squinted at her screen, puzzled. The signal was too complex for a natural source, but it didn't fit any known patterns of artificial signals either. Her curiosity was piqued. She decided to investigate further. The team worked tirelessly, analyzing the signal with every tool at their disposal. As hours turned into days, they made a shocking discovery. The signal was coming from a massive fleet of spacecraft, hidden deep in an uncharted sector of space. The fleet was unlike anything they had ever seen. Huge ships, sleek and menacing, moving in formation. Dr. Patel's hands shook as she sent the data to her colleagues. They double-checked the results, but the findings were clear. The Galactic Council, a powerful and secretive organization known for its vast control over many star systems, had a hidden fleet. The revelation was terrifying. Why would such a fleet be kept secret? What were they planning? Word of the discovery spread quickly through the scientific community and then to higher levels of government. Earth's leaders were summoned for an emergency meeting. The mood was tense as the top officials gathered to discuss the implications of this hidden fleet. General Mark Thompson, head of Earth's defense, was among the first to react. "This fleet is a serious threat," he said firmly. "We need to assess their capabilities and intentions immediately." His voice was steady, but his eyes betrayed his concern. The fleet's size and the secrecy surrounding it suggested a potential danger far beyond anything Earth had faced before. President Maria Lopez convened a special task force to handle the situation. Scientists, military strategists, and intelligence experts were all brought together to analyze the data and devise a plan. Their first task was to understand the fleet's purpose. Was it a deterrent, a defensive measure, or something more sinister? As the task force worked, the public became aware of the situation. News channels flashed reports of the hidden fleet, and social media buzzed with speculation. Fear and confusion spread among the people. They had always known that space was dangerous, but this was a new level of threat. What did the Galactic Council want with Earth? Were they preparing for an invasion? Back at the observation station, Dr. Patel and her team continued to monitor the fleet. They could see the ships moving, but they were unable to determine their exact destination or purpose. The situation was rapidly evolving, and every new piece of information brought more questions than answers. The hidden fleet remained a mystery, but one thing was clear: Earth was facing a new and unprecedented challenge. The discovery had shaken the foundations of human understanding of their place in the galaxy. As the task force prepared for possible scenarios, the entire planet waited anxiously, hoping for answers and bracing for whatever might come next. As news of the hidden fleet spread throughout the Galactic Council, chaos erupted within their vast and intricate bureaucracy. The Council, known for its impressive control over numerous star systems, was unprepared for the shockwave caused by the revelation. The normally calm and collected members were now in a state of panic and confusion. High Chancellor Varek, the leader of the Council, called an emergency session to address the crisis. The Grand Council chamber, usually a place of orderly debates and diplomatic discussions, was now filled with loud voices and heated arguments. Members from various sectors and planets argued about how to handle the situation. The normally polished and diplomatic atmosphere was replaced by chaos and discord. "We must act quickly," insisted Delegate Kira, representing the northern sector. "The secrecy of this fleet suggests hostile intentions. We cannot ignore this threat." Delegate Maris, from a more cautious faction, countered, "We don't even know their full capabilities or intentions. Rushing into a confrontation could be disastrous. We should consider diplomatic measures first." The debate grew louder as each delegate voiced their opinion. The council was divided. Some members wanted to take immediate military action to neutralize the perceived threat, while others argued for diplomacy and negotiation, hoping to avoid an all-out conflict. High Chancellor Varek struggled to maintain order. His normally calm demeanor was strained as he tried to guide the discussion. "We need to gather more information before making any decisions," he said, raising his voice above the clamor. We must understand the full extent of this fleet and its purpose. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, a secret group of council members, known as the Shadows, met in private. This group had always operated in the background, dealing with matters that were too sensitive for the General Council. They viewed the hidden fleet as a potential power play and were concerned about how it could shift the balance of power within the Council. "We need to find out who is behind this fleet and why it was kept secret," whispered Shadow Leader Xander. "The Council must be unified in its response, but first we must uncover the truth." On Earth, the revelation of the hidden fleet had sparked intense discussions among global leaders. The task force assigned to the situation worked around the clock to analyze the Council's reaction and prepare for possible scenarios. They closely monitored the Council's communications, hoping to gain insights into their next move. Back in the Galactic Council chamber, tensions remained high. As the debate continued, Chancellor Varek decided to take a bold step. He proposed sending a diplomatic envoy to Earth to discuss the situation and seek clarification. The idea was to de-escalate the situation and open a channel for communication. The proposal was met with mixed reactions. Some delegates saw it as a necessary step toward peace, while others viewed it as a sign of weakness. The decision was ultimately made to proceed with the envoy, but the Council remained on edge, uncertain about what the future held. As the emergency session concluded, the Galactic Council was left in a state of uncertainty. The hidden fleet remained a looming threat, and the internal strife revealed cracks in their once unified front. Earth's leaders and the Council members both faced a tense and unpredictable future as they navigated the delicate balance between confrontation and diplomacy. The shock of discovering the hidden Galactic Council fleet had begun to settle into a determined resolve on Earth. The initial panic was replaced by a focused sense of urgency as leaders and military experts worked tirelessly to prepare for what might come next. In the heart of Earth's military headquarters, General Mark Thompson led the charge. His office was filled with maps, data screens, and tactical reports. The room buzzed with activity as officers and analysts worked around the clock, trying to piece together the puzzle of the hidden fleet. General Thompson knew that understanding the fleet's capabilities and intentions was crucial for Earth's safety. "We need to get a clear picture of their technology and tactics," General Thompson said firmly. "Every ship, every weapon system, they could be planning something huge. We must be ready for anything." A special task force was formed to address the threat. This group consisted of top military strategists, scientists, and intelligence officers. They were tasked with evaluating the data from the observation station and developing a comprehensive defense plan. Their work was crucial, as the threat of an invasion loomed large. In addition to the military preparations, Earth's leaders held high-level meetings to coordinate their response. President Maria Lopez presided over these discussions, emphasizing the need for a unified approach. The focus was not just on military readiness, but also on maintaining public morale. "We must show strength and unity," President Lopez stated during a press conference. "The people of Earth need to know that we are prepared and that their safety is our top priority." As the days passed, the world saw a surge in military activity. Space defense systems were upgraded and new protocols were put in place. Satellites and deep space sensors were reconfigured to provide better coverage and early warnings. Earth's space fleets were put on high alert, and drills were conducted to ensure that all personnel were ready for a possible confrontation. The public was kept informed with regular updates, though details were often vague to avoid causing unnecessary panic. News reports spoke of increased security measures and the strengthening of Earth's defenses, reassuring people that their leaders were taking decisive action. Meanwhile, scientists continued to analyze the data from the hidden fleet. They worked to understand the technology behind the Council's ships and develop countermeasures. Dr. Sarah Patel and her team, who had first discovered the fleet, were now at the forefront of this effort. They collaborated with engineers and military experts to create advanced defensive systems and strategies. "We're looking at a significant technological gap," Dr. Patel explained. "The Council's ships are far more advanced than anything we've seen. Our goal is to level the playing field and ensure we have the means to defend ourselves." In the corridors of power and the depths of military installations, there was a palpable sense of tension. Earth was on edge, aware that the next steps could determine their fate. Every action was carefully calculated, every decision weighed against the possibility of a conflict. As the task force worked diligently, Earth's defenses grew stronger. Preparations continued around the clock, driven by the knowledge that the hidden fleet represented a serious threat. The world watched with bated breath, hoping for a peaceful resolution but preparing for the possibility of a fight. The stage was set for a dramatic confrontation, and Earth's leaders and citizens alike braced themselves for what was to come. With tensions rising and preparations for potential conflict underway, Earth's leaders decided it was time to explore a diplomatic solution. President Maria Lopez believed that communication with the Galactic Council might help diffuse the situation and possibly reveal the true intentions behind the hidden fleet. A high-level diplomatic envoy was quickly assembled, led by Ambassador David Reynolds, a seasoned negotiator known for his skill in handling delicate situations. The envoy's mission was to initiate contact with the Galactic Council and seek clarification on the fleet's purpose. Their goal was to avoid war and find a peaceful resolution if possible. Ambassador Reynolds and his team boarded the sleek, newly upgraded diplomatic spacecraft. The ship was equipped with advanced communication tools and defensive systems, reflecting the seriousness of their mission. As they prepared to leave Earth's atmosphere, there was a mix of hope and anxiety among the crew. The success of their mission could determine the future of intergalactic relations. The journey to the Galactic Council's headquarters was tense. The diplomats faced the challenge of entering Council space under heightened scrutiny. As they approached, the Galactic Council's security forces monitored their every move. The envoy's arrival was met with suspicion and caution. Upon arrival, the diplomatic team was ushered into the Grand Council chamber, a place that was usually reserved for high-level discussions and decision-making. The chamber was vast and impressive, adorned with symbols of the Council's power. Ambassador Reynolds and his team were greeted by High Chancellor Varric and other key council members. "Welcome, Ambassador Reynolds," Chancellor Varric said, his tone guarded but polite. "We understand you have concerns about our fleet. Please present your case." Ambassador Reynolds took a deep breath and began his address. "Thank you, Chancellor Varric. We come in the spirit of diplomacy, seeking to understand the nature of the hidden fleet and its purpose. The discovery of this fleet has caused significant concern on Earth. We hope to clarify any misunderstandings and find a way to ensure mutual safety." The room was quiet as the council members listened. Some delegates looked intrigued, while others appeared more skeptical. The tension was palpable as the discussion unfolded. Ambassador Reynolds presented the evidence of the fleet's discovery, emphasizing that Earth's intent was not to provoke, but to seek peace. "We are not here to accuse or to demand," Reynolds continued. "We wish to engage in a dialogue that will address our concerns and hopefully lead to a resolution that benefits both sides." High Chancellor Varric nodded thoughtfully but remained cautious. "We appreciate your willingness to engage in dialogue. However, the secrecy surrounding the fleet is a matter of security and strategy. We cannot disclose all details at this time." The response was less than satisfying, but it was a start. The council agreed to a series of meetings to discuss the matter further. The initial discussions were tense, with both sides carefully navigating their positions. The council's reluctance to fully disclose their plans only added to the uncertainty. Ambassador Reynolds and his team left the chamber with mixed feelings. They had made progress in opening communication channels, but many questions remained unanswered. They were determined to continue their efforts, hoping that continued dialogue could lead to a better understanding and a peaceful resolution. Back on Earth, the public awaited news with bated breath. The diplomatic mission was seen as a crucial step, but the outcome remained uncertain. As the envoy continued their discussions, the world watched closely, hoping for a breakthrough that would prevent conflict and secure a peaceful future. As Earth's diplomatic efforts continued, the Galactic Council decided to take a dramatic step. The ongoing discussions had not resolved their differences, and the Council's patience was wearing thin. The high-stakes situation reached a boiling point when the Galactic Council issued an ultimatum to Earth. The Council had been weighing their options carefully. High Chancellor Varric, feeling the pressure from both his allies and Earth's escalating preparations, believed that a decisive move was necessary. The Council's decision was made in a secret meeting, and the ultimatum was prepared to send a strong message to Earth. The ultimatum arrived on Earth in the form of a broadcast transmitted directly to all major news networks. The message was clear and firm. Earth had a limited time to cease all monitoring and exploration of the hidden fleet or face severe consequences. The Galactic Council's tone was uncompromising and stern. President Maria Lopez and her advisors gathered in the war room to discuss the unexpected development. The room was filled with tense faces as they read and reread the ultimatum. General Mark Thompson and the task force leaders were present, their expressions serious. "This is more than just a threat," General Thompson said, his voice grave. "It's a direct challenge. The Council is clearly preparing to act if we don't comply." President Lopez took a deep breath, her mind racing through the possible responses. "We need to respond carefully. If we give in, it could embolden them. If we resist, we risk escalating the situation into a full-blown conflict." The decision was difficult and the pressure was immense. The Council's ultimatum left Earth in a precarious position, caught between the need to protect itself and the desire to avoid unnecessary conflict. The clock was ticking and the world awaited the response. In a televised address, President Lopez spoke to the people of Earth. Her tone was resolute, but there was a clear undercurrent of determination. "We have received an ultimatum from the Galactic Council, demanding that we cease our monitoring of their hidden fleet. We are evaluating our options and considering the best course of action for our safety and security." The response from Earth was swift and measured. The task force analyzed the Council's message for any hidden implications and prepared a counter-response. They debated whether to offer a compromise or stand firm against the Council's demands. The focus was on finding a balance between diplomacy and defense. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council awaited Earth's reply. The Council members were divided in their own ranks. Some believed that the ultimatum would force Earth into submission, while others feared it might drive Earth to prepare for a confrontation. The internal discussions were as intense as the external pressure. As the deadline for the ultimatum approached, both sides braced for the next move. Earth's leaders were determined to respond in a way that protected their people while still keeping the door open for potential negotiations. The situation remained tense, and every decision was weighed with the possibility of far-reaching consequences. In the end, the ultimatum had succeeded in heightening the stakes of the conflict. It had put both Earth and the Galactic Council on a collision course, with each side preparing for what might come next. The world held its breath, watching closely as the drama of intergalactic diplomacy continued to unfold. As Earth grappled with the Galactic Council's ultimatum, a surprising twist emerged. Just when it seemed like conflict was inevitable, an unexpected ally stepped forward to offer help. This ally was not a major power or a known interstellar force, but rather a group that had remained in the shadows, an independent faction known as the Tranquil Alliance. The Tranquil Alliance was a network of smaller planets and star systems that had long operated outside the influence of the Galactic Council. They were known for their advanced technology and neutral stance in galactic politics. The Alliance had been monitoring the situation with growing concern and saw an opportunity to intervene. Dr. Sarah Patel, who had been working with the diplomatic team, received a mysterious message from a source claiming to be from the Tranquil Alliance. The message was encrypted but hinted at valuable intelligence and potential support. Intrigued, Dr. Patel and her team worked quickly to decode the message and verify its authenticity. The information revealed that the Tranquil Alliance had extensive knowledge of the Galactic Council's internal workings and had been tracking the hidden fleet for some time. They offered to share their intelligence with Earth and provide technological assistance to counter the Council's threat. President Maria Lopez and General Mark Thompson were initially skeptical. The Tranquil Alliance was a wild card and their motives were unclear. However, the urgency of the situation and the promise of valuable support made the offer too significant to ignore. A secure meeting was arranged with representatives of the Tranquil Alliance. The delegation arrived in a sleek, advanced spacecraft that hovered above Earth's atmosphere. The representatives were led by Commander Ilara, a sharp and composed leader known for her strategic acumen. During the meeting, Commander Ilara laid out the Alliance's proposal. "We have been monitoring the Galactic Council's activities for years," she explained. "We know their tactics, their strengths, and their weaknesses. We can provide you with the technology and insights needed to level the playing field." The Alliance's offer included advanced defensive systems, real-time intelligence on the Council's fleet movements, and strategies for countering the Council's technologies. The information was a game changer, and it came at a crucial moment. General Thompson was impressed by the sophistication of the Alliance's technology and their detailed knowledge of the Council. "This could make a huge difference in our preparations," he said. "But why are you helping us?" Commander Alara's eyes were steady as she replied, "The Galactic Council's actions are a threat to the stability of the galaxy. They've become increasingly aggressive and secretive. We believe that a strong resistance will help restore balance and prevent further conflict." With the Alliance's help, Earth's defense capabilities were rapidly enhanced. The advanced technology provided by the Tranquil Alliance was integrated into Earth systems, improving their ability to track and counter the Council's fleet. The new intelligence allowed Earth's military to anticipate the Council's moves and devise more effective strategies. The unexpected aid from the Tranquil Alliance gave Earth a renewed sense of hope and strength. The balance of power had shifted, and the possibility of avoiding direct conflict became more tangible. As the deadline for the Council's ultimatum loomed, Earth prepared to make its next move, fortified by the unexpected support from their new ally. The arrival of the Tranquil Alliance marked a turning point in the ongoing crisis. With their help, Earth was better equipped to face the challenges ahead and navigate the complex web of intergalactic diplomacy and conflict. The stage was set for a dramatic confrontation, with the fate of both Earth and the Galactic Council hanging in the balance. As Earth's preparations continued with the help of the Tranquil Alliance, a breakthrough came from an unexpected source. Dr. Sarah Patel and her team, working with the Alliance's advanced technology, made a critical discovery that would change everything. They uncovered the truth behind the Galactic Council's hidden fleet. The revelation came during a routine analysis of intercepted communications and intelligence data provided by the Tranquil Alliance. Dr. Patel's team had been sifting through vast amounts of information, searching for any clues that might explain the Council's actions. One evening, as they worked late into the night, a pattern began to emerge from the data. "We've got something," Dr. Patel announced, her voice filled with excitement. "This data suggests that the hidden fleet was not just a show of power, but something far more significant." The team focused on a particular set of transmissions that had been flagged as unusual. These communications revealed secret discussions among high-ranking council members. The more they decoded, the clearer it became that the hidden fleet was part of a larger, more sinister plan. It turned out that the Galactic Council was not merely trying to intimidate Earth, but was preparing for an aggressive expansionist campaign. The fleet was intended to be the spearhead of a new offensive designed to seize control of critical resources and strategic locations across the galaxy. Earth was one of the prime targets due to its growing technological advancements and strategic position. The implications were staggering. The Council's hidden fleet was not just a defensive measure or a show of strength, it was a prelude to a full-scale invasion. The Council's secrecy was a cover for their aggressive intentions, and the ultimatum to Earth was part of their strategy to force compliance before launching their campaign. Dr. Patel and her team worked quickly to verify the information and prepare a comprehensive report. They knew that this revelation had to be shared with President Maria Lopez and General Mark Thompson immediately. The truth had to be made public to rally support and prepare for the inevitable conflict. In a high-stakes meeting, Dr. Patel presented the findings to the top leaders of Earth. The room was tense as she explained the details of the Council's plans and the extent of their intentions. "This changes everything," General Thompson said, his face grave. "The hidden fleet is not just a threat, it's a part of a larger invasion strategy. We need to act fast to prepare our defenses and to rally our allies." President Lopez, now fully aware of the gravity of the situation, addressed the nation in an urgent broadcast. "We have uncovered the truth behind the Galactic Council's hidden fleet. They are planning an aggressive expansion that includes Earth. We must unite and prepare for the possibility of an invasion. Our strength and resolve will determine our future." The revelation sparked a wave of action across Earth. The military mobilized at an unprecedented pace, and civilians were called upon to support the war effort in any way they could. The news of the impending invasion galvanized public support and solidified Earth's determination to defend itself. With the truth now exposed, Earth and its allies, including the Tranquil Alliance, prepared for the challenging times ahead. The hidden fleet was no longer a mysterious threat, but a clear and present danger. The stage was set for a confrontation that would test the resolve and unity of all those involved. The revelation of the Galactic Council's plans set the stage for a critical confrontation. With the Council's hidden fleet poised for an invasion, Earth and its allies braced for the inevitable battle. The atmosphere was charged with tension and determination as both sides prepared for what would become a defining moment in their histories. President Maria Lopez addressed the world with a message of unity and resolve. The time has come to defend our home and our freedom. We face a powerful foe, but we stand together, ready to fight for our survival and our future. In the days leading up to the battle, Earth's military and the Tranquil Alliance worked around the clock to finalize their defensive preparations. The advanced technology and strategic insights provided by the Alliance were integrated into Earth's defense systems, fortifying their positions and enhancing their capabilities. General Mark Thompson oversaw the final preparations. The newly reinforced defenses included advanced energy shields, improved spacecraft, and strategic weaponry designed to counter the Galactic Council's fleet. Troops were stationed at key locations, and defensive outposts were established across vulnerable areas. The Galactic Council's fleet, a formidable armada of warships and support vessels, approached Earth's solar system. The fleet was massive and intimidating, its ships equipped with powerful weapons and cloaking technology. As the armada came into view, the reality of the impending battle became all too clear. The first wave of the invasion began with a coordinated assault on Earth's outer defenses. The Galactic Council's fleet unleashed a barrage of energy blasts and missiles, targeting key defensive positions. Earth's military responded with a barrage of counterfire, and the sky above Earth erupted with explosions and streaks of light. In the chaos of battle, the coordination between Earth's forces and the Tranquil Alliance proved invaluable. The Alliance's advanced technology allowed for precise targeting and effective countermeasures. Spacecraft from both Earth and the Alliance engaged the Council's ships in intense dogfights, maneuvering through the debris and energy fields. General Thompson directed the defense from Earth's command center, making real-time adjustments to strategies based on the unfolding situation. "Hold the line! We must protect our key installations and keep the Council's forces at bay." On the ground, Earth's forces engaged in fierce combat to protect strategic locations. The battle extended to various fronts, including space, the atmosphere, and surface defenses. The coordinated efforts of Earth's military and the Tranquil Alliance created a strong defense, but the Council's fleet continued to press forward, determined to breach Earth's defenses. As the battle raged on, the resilience and bravery of the defenders became evident. Earth's forces fought with unwavering determination, using every resource at their disposal to repel the invaders. The clash of technologies and tactics highlighted the intensity of the struggle. Despite the ferocity of the battle, a glimmer of hope emerged. Earth's defenders managed to exploit weaknesses in the Council's strategy, using the advanced technology provided by the Tranquil Alliance to turn the tide. The Council's fleet began to suffer significant losses, and their advance was slowed. As the battle continued into the night, the outcome remained uncertain. Both sides were locked in a struggle that would determine the fate of Earth and its allies. The clash of civilizations reached its peak, with the defenders holding their ground and fighting for their survival against an overwhelming force. The battle for Earth was far from over, but the determination and courage of those defending their home offered a beacon of hope in the face of overwhelming odds. After a fierce and grueling battle, Earth stood victorious against the Galactic Council's invasion. The skies, once filled with the chaos of combat, were now calm. The Galactic Council's fleet had been pushed back, and the immediate threat had been neutralized. The victory was hard-won, but it marked the beginning of a new era for Earth and the galaxy. In the aftermath of the battle, President Maria Lopez convened a high-level meeting with key leaders from Earth and the Tranquil Alliance. The room was filled with a mix of relief and determination. The Council's defeat had shifted the balance of power, and now the focus was on shaping the future. "We've achieved a significant victory," President Lopez began, addressing the assembled leaders. "But this is just the beginning. We have an opportunity to rebuild and create a new order, one that ensures peace and stability across the galaxy." General Mark Thompson, who had played a crucial role in the defense, added, "We must use this victory to forge stronger alliances and establish a lasting peace. The Galactic Council's aggression was a threat to everyone, and we need to address the root causes to prevent future conflicts." The Tranquil Alliance, having proven their valuable support, was offered a central role in the new order. Commander Alara, representing the Alliance, expressed gratitude and readiness to contribute. Our collaboration has shown that working together, we can achieve great things. We're committed to helping build a better future for all. The first step in this new order was the establishment of a galactic council with representatives from various planetary systems, including Earth and the Tranquil Alliance. This new council aimed to promote diplomacy and cooperation, replacing the old Galactic Council that had been driven by secrecy and aggression. As part of the new arrangement, a series of treaties were drafted to ensure mutual respect and security. These treaties included agreements on resource sharing, mutual defense, and the peaceful resolution of disputes. The goal was to create a framework that would prevent any single entity from dominating or threatening others. On Earth, the atmosphere was one of cautious optimism. The people celebrated their hard-won victory, but there was an understanding that rebuilding and maintaining peace would require effort and vigilance. President Lopez addressed the nation, acknowledging the sacrifices made and outlining the steps for the future. "We have faced great challenges and emerged stronger," President Lopez said. "Our victory was not just about defending our planet, but about setting a new course for the galaxy. We must remain committed to the principles of peace and cooperation as we move forward." The new order began to take shape as diplomatic missions and peacekeeping operations were launched. The focus was on rebuilding trust and fostering collaboration among previously divided systems. Earth's role in this new era was not just as a defender, but as a proactive participant in shaping a stable and peaceful galaxy. The Tranquil Alliance continued to work closely with Earth, sharing their advanced technology and knowledge to help in the reconstruction efforts. The Alliance also played a key role in mediating between different factions and ensuring that the agreements were honored. As the galaxy adjusted to the new order, there was a sense of hope and renewal. The scars of the recent conflict would take time to heal, but the foundation for a better future had been laid. The victory over the Galactic Council had not only safeguarded Earth, but had also paved the way for a more cooperative and peaceful galaxy. In this new era, the lessons learned from the conflict would guide the efforts to build a lasting peace. The battle for Earth was over, but the journey toward a new order had just begun, promising a future where unity and collaboration would prevail over division and aggression.